Are you bored? Do you want to do something creative, but all you can find is paper? Well, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you even more easy craft ideas you can make using just paper, ranging from DIY gifts to room decors and more. And of course, you can watch the first video for more ideas. If you're a chronic Pinterest doom scroller like me, then you've probably come across these super cute post stamp stickers. But did you know you can make them yourself using just paper and tape? Start by cutting out a piece of tape and sticking it onto a non-stick surface or parchment paper. Then draw on your post stamp designs onto a piece of paper. You can honestly draw whatever designs you want, like flowers or cute animals. Cut it out into a rectangle, then cut out small semicircles all along the border to make it look like a stamp. Glue the back onto the tape, let this dry, and cut it out. To use these stickers, just peel them off the back and you can stick them anywhere. If you like to write cute letters or postcards to your friends, then this is the perfect touch to bring it all together. Summer is finally here, but that also means it gets super hot outside. So for this DIY, I'm going to show you how to make a paper fan. And no, it's not just going to be this. I'm going to show you how to make a fancy paper fan that not only looks cute, but also gives a lot of wind. Get a piece of paper, and you're basically going to start off the same way as a regular paper fan. Just fold it back and forth into an accordion and bend it along the edges to soften it. You can optionally draw designs on it or use washi tape to decorate it. Then, fold both sides down at the top and tape the entire bottom section together. Get a separate piece of paper, roll it along the bottom, and also glue a piece of string on either side of the fan. Push the paper all the way to the top and glue along the two pieces of string. To use the fan, just push down the paper on the top, and when you're done, just push it back up. This paper fan not only gives you a lot more wind than the basic ones, but also looks super cute. For this DIY, I'm going to show you how to make a chip bag filled with notes. This idea is super easy and also the perfect gift for a loved one. Get 2 pieces of colored paper and fold either side so that the center is a rectangle. Draw on your chip bag design and cut out a section at the front. Cover this with a plastic wrap so that you can see through the bag. Glue the 2 sides of the paper together and cut out tiny circles for the chips. Tape down the bottom of the bag and cut out triangles to form the edges. Place the paper chips in and seal off the top with another piece of tape. You can customize the notes inside depending on what occasion you're celebrating, and when the bag is opened, they'll be able to see each of the notes one by one. If your room feels kind of boring right now, then this DIY is the perfect idea to add a touch of personality. There are actually quite a lot of variations, but today I'm going to show you one of the easiest ones to make. Start by getting 12 sheets of origami paper, preferably of a few different designs and colors. Get 1 piece of paper and fold it in half. Open it up and fold the top and bottom towards the center. Then fold the 2 diagonal corners and fold the top and bottom towards the center again. Fold 1 corner into the top flap, turn it around, and tuck the other corner into the flap. Fold this in half and fold the tips down so it forms a triangle. Your paper should look like this, and repeat these steps for all 12 pieces of paper. To assemble them, tuck the tip of one into the center of another and use 3 pieces to form a triangle. I recommend using different colored papers side by side so that your star looks more interesting. And once you get to the last piece, just close it off like this. You can either place it on your table or hang it from your ceiling to display. Paper portraits are a simple but fun group activity that can keep you busy for hours. It's a super low effort thing to do to add a dash of creativity to your hangouts. There's honestly not a lot of rules for this craft idea. Get a bunch of colored paper and start by cutting out large patches for the background. You'll want to work from the back to the front when layering your portraits, so be careful with the order that you glue things on. These portraits don't have to be realistic at all, so you can make them as funky or weird as you want. At the end of your hangout, you'll end up with something memorable to keep and display as room decor. If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you're outside and you need to jot something down real quick, but don't have paper, then this idea is for you. These mini book keychains are not only super cute, but are also the perfect idea for when you're on the go. Get a piece of paper and cut it out into long, thin strips. Fold each strip back and forth and make sure each rectangle is exactly the size you want your page to be. Connect the pieces together using glue, and finally glue the edge to the cover of the book. Add on a keychain, and you can also draw or decorate the cover with stickers. Hang this as a keychain on your bag, and you'll be ready for when you need to jot something down outside. I have been absolutely mesmerized by these infinity cards, so for this DIY, I'm going to show you how you can make one. Get a square piece of paper and fold it in half. Then fold each half towards the center and repeat the same for the other orientation. You'll want to cut out the square area in the center. Once you've removed the center, add glue to the top right square and press it down. Then add glue to the bottom left square and fold it up. Similarly, add glue to the bottom right and top left and press them towards the center. Let this dry and you should end up with something like this. On each of the sides, you can draw on any design of your choice. To see old up pictures, just keep flipping it like this and you can literally keep going forever. With just a few strips of paper, you can make a super colorful paper weaving. This craft idea is perfect for when you have a bunch of scrap paper that you don't know what to do with. Get 2 pieces of paper and draw on a simple design of your choice. These don't have to be super intricate since we're going to be cutting them up. When you cut them up, make sure to keep all the strips of paper in order so that you can still form the original picture. Do this with both pieces of paper and basically just start weaving them together. I find that it's easiest to use tape to hold down one side and use a different color to go back and forth between the first one. Keep doing this until you've used all the paper strips, then turn this around and tape down the back. Trim off the sides and that's it. If you're feeling extra creative, you can also cut up old drawings or pictures, or even weave out patterns to decorate your room. The best way to make your room feel livelier is to add on some colorful flowers. There are so many different ways you can make paper flowers, but for this one, I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to make one. Get a bunch of tissue paper or super thin paper and fold them back and forth like an accordion. Fold this in half and trim off the sides to round off the corners. Layer each of these pieces together and tie it together in the center using a wire. Then gently unfold each piece from the center out to form the petals of the flower. This DIY is the perfect idea to add a dash of color to your space, and you can even make a bouquet to give as a gift. Do you like fish? I couldn't come up with a better intro for this one, but if you feel like your room could use a few fish, then this one is for you. All you need to do is literally draw on a bunch of fish on a piece of paper. These don't have to be super realistic, and I actually recommend focusing on making them colorful and unique instead. Once you're done with your fish designs, cut each one out and leave a bit of extra space towards the mouth so that you can poke a hole into the paper. Tie the fish onto a piece of rope, and that's pretty much it. I had so much fun making this one, and low-key, I think it's pretty funny too. Hopefully you found this video really helpful, and let me know in the comments if I should make a part 3.